Jolteon. How would that, you see what I mean? Hey there, and welcome back to Eeveelution 3. I had opened the game already. I literally was about to start recording and I died because I forgot that when you launch the game after this point, you just start immediately in the game. No main menu, no nothing. So you don't even get to like mentally prepare yourself. You just gotta get into it. Now I'm gonna really have to raise my volume for this because the music is gonna make things a bit challenging for me, audio-wise. Also, I'm gonna try and like use my keybinds a bit more. I have to remember to keep an eye on this one. Alright, Umbreon's moving. Oh, it happened again. I'll just let myself get caught. Yeah, so get ready to expect that a bit more often. I mean, I really want to beat this night, because literally it's all I need to get to the ending. But I don't know why. Like the fact that I already talked about it in the previous video. I don't want to keep like yammering it, but it's like my main critique pretty much. Because the thing is, like, if I don't like, even if I were to like try and not focus on sound cues as much, I can't really do that for Umbreon. So I have to be like super quiet so I can actually hear the sound cue, which, you know, is not ideal. Then see, like, even when I'm talking, I can't even tell that, you know, Jolteon got active. Air conduct. Jolteon. Umbreon. Jolteon. Whoa, whoa, what the hell? Oh, I better not be expecting another mechanic after that. I don't know what this means. Hold on. Jolteon again. To be fair, that time I was a bit more distracted by the glitchy on, like, green filter going on, so I didn't really pay too much attention to sound. See? I should have, I was like, I closed the door, right, but I didn't even notice I was thinking like, wait, what about the vent? Again, I just can't hear it. Yeah, I shouldn't have I shouldn't have done anything to the cameras because I knew Vaporeon was gonna be close. Yeah, there was so much going on. They all approached at once. They all approached at once. I was like, I know Jolteon showed up, and I know I'm like, oh, it's like, and of course, bloody whoever the hell they are anymore. I like they just showed up at the door here. I was like, oh no. Cameras are out. What can I do? Yeah, even after getting 530, now I'm just getting a string of bad luck, bad decisions. I just can't get past. Jolteon again. I can't hear it. I can't hear it, man. Fuck. Like I don't, you know what I don't even get? Why the hell did they make all the sound effects, the important ones, like, so, why did they lower the volume of all the important sound effects while I have to hear the little, like, this sound so clearly? I was about to do it. Oh my. Oh, why? Oh, I'm a moron. I didn't. Why? Anytime I see the seal every time I see the air conduct, right? Why do I think I closed the door here? Why do I think I closed the door here? I literally was on camera. I could have done it from there. I mean, what time did I have? Vaporeon, man. Like, come on. There's no way. Of course, like, maybe I really should just, at this rate, just follow Umbreon. I mean, follow the both of them. Before, in the first video, I didn't have to do that because I had a sound cue, but this music wants to block out my sound cues, so we'll just have to follow them. We'll just have to follow them both. There's no other choice. I didn't even hear Jolteon. Yep, go away, go away. Jolteon. How would that, you see what I mean? How would I know if I have to reset the cameras? There's so many cases of double trouble in here. Like, it's not, I don't even know if I can call it double trouble at this. It's not even double trouble, but like, them, it's impossible. For one, I can't even, like, there's no sound cue for the door anyway. So the only way I'll know if they're on camera is if the camera's done rebooting. But how can I check if the camera's rebooting? I didn't, yeah, of course Jolteon was there, man. I seriously don't know what else I can do. I mean, I'm trying so hard to like listen to these sound cues. Sometimes it doesn't go well, but it's like when I get into a scenario where I get punished because two characters decide to attack at the same time, I can only do so much. There we go. I didn't even hear Jolteon there, so that I would have died again. Did I? Why I did it? The one time I do it too early. I tried. You know what? I think I'm done. I'm done. I've reached my breaking point. Like, I don't even, why did I even continue? As much as I want to actually beat this night, it's just not happening. I've been here 45 minutes. Furthest I've gotten 5:30, maybe 5:40, and I'm running into the same issues over and over and over again. Either I miss a character, like Jolteon or Leafeon, because I can't hear the sounds because the music's too loud relative to the sound cues. Or some scenarios there's double trouble, literally I'm rebooting cameras and I cannot deal with, like, because, you know, I'm rebooting cameras while there's someone at the door and I need to shut the door. I can't do anything about that because the only way I know they're at the door is if I can see them on cameras, but I can't do that if I'm rebooting the cameras. You know what I mean? It's like that's like the lesser part though. The majority of my deaths have been because I didn't hear the sound cue. I threw away one good run because of Umbreon. It just, everything went bad the moment like I noticed how the sound cues were relative to the music, and I felt like so much of I feel like so much like a broken record saying that over and over again, but it's actually become a pet peeve. Like, it's actually frustrating trying to focus on the sound cues. I highly doubt I'm going to return to this game ever, just because there's nothing else for me to do. I can't go to the main menu at all because this is where the game leaves you after you start the 6-hour process, right? So, not even the main menu. We're pretty much just going to be here in an endless loop. So, thoughts on the game. Despite my main criticism of this night in particular, right? I will say that it definitely feels a step up compared to the second game. For one, obviously, the voice acting is definitely a bit more... I don't even remember if the second game had any voice acting. I mean, they probably had phone calls, to be honest. But they actually have, like, some phone calls, you know, and they have voice acting for your own character as well, which is pretty cool. From a story perspective, I'm not really sure what else to say. Obviously, 1,500 years into the future is already, like, what the hell's going on? And on top of that, we're now Pokemon. Obviously, we know about the rifts. We don't know what caused the rifts. We have this arcade machine and this glitched Sylveon that I'm pretty sure is trapped within the arcade machine. Again, I was never really playing these games for the story anyway. I mean, I was curious to see where it would go, but I wasn't, like, extremely invested in it just because I was just out of my depths with it. But gameplay-wise, I mean, just trying to look here. Obviously, a lot of functions, but it never felt necessarily overwhelming. There's a lot to do right when it comes to like reset camera, reboot camera system, seal air conduct and recharging the flash and the shock, Eevee. You know, there's a lot of mechanics at play here, and a lot like the first and second game, you have some control over how they arrive and not just like how they arrive, but like you have some kind of control over how the flow goes, which is nice. Obviously, in some cases, you kind of just have to react when they get there, like Leafeon, Umbreon, you just have to deal with them when they arrive. But other characters like Vaporeon, Flareon, and... is it Glaceon? No, it's Sylveon, regular Sylveon. They all, you know, you can kind of control their flow, which is pretty much like it was in the second game. Or is that the first game? I'm not even sure. I don't remember... Actually, no, the first game. Yeah, it's a lot more like the first game. Because I think the second game, they kind of just all come at you, if I'm not mistaken. I think this might resemble the first game more. And obviously, I do like, you know, being able to manage everything with just not just cameras, but sound cues, despite what happens on this night. Also, in terms of the character models, I do really like how we transitioned to like the actual Pokemon dead versions here. Kind of like show, you know, because we're back from, I understand this is pretty much like, obviously we're returning to a to the original establishment, or well, not in this part, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm literally, again, I'm scatterbrained because this night has just taken a lot out of me. I don't know, just in general, models wise, really like them, especially like these models, the actual Pokemon version, not the kind of like, I forget, there's a word for it, but like the humanized-esque versions, or like more like mascot versions, I guess is a better way of putting it. But yeah, I would definitely say that this is definitely an improvement over the second game for sure, despite what I said about this night again. I don't know, it's just like this night is like just a thorn in my foot, like I absolutely... it grinds my gears and I can't get past it. Or it's like, I feel like I could get past it, given enough time. The thing is, it's like, it's just a matter of patience, and my patience has run through. It has run through. I just can't, because I highly disagree with the audio mixing with the music and the sound effects. I just, you know, it's just not for me. While it is definitely possible to do everything camera-wise, I literally played through the majority of the game relying on the sound cues. So now that that is kind of like taken away from you, it completely throws you off balance. So I don't know. It's just, again, I disagree with how that night was kind of like planned out, to be honest, personally. But with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed from the video. The game will be in the description below as always. Great job again to the developer, because despite my reservations with this night, again, overall, it was all a pretty cool game and a big improvement over the second game. And of course, it's nice to see Glitch Sylveon back once again, even though I have no clue what's going on story-wise. Here are the credits once again before I get jump scared. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.